Ahoy hoy, I'm Planet Walk. Now, in my last video I took a look at Nathan Thompson's new YouTube channel because his old one has been deleted. Now, one of the videos that I came across on Nathan Thompson's channel doesn't appear to be of Nathan Thompson himself. It appears to be of some Karen who I'm going to assume is a flat earther who goes to a 7-Eleven and, you guessed it, refuses to wear a mask. Also, if someone recognises who this Karen is, please do let me know down in the comments. Now, something to point out here is, why is he recording himself before he goes into the 7-Eleven? It's almost like he's expecting something to happen because he's not wearing a mask.
Huh? Oh no, I don't wear a mask.
Doing a classic Scotty Storm, because we all know that whenever Scotty Storm goes into Hungry Jack's and they ask him to put on some clothes, he goes, nah, I don't wear clothes.
You gotta have the mask on.
No, I'm medically exempt. I don't need a mask.
And which medical exemption do you have? Because whenever I hear someone say that they're medically exempt from wearing a mask, they never disclose what makes them medically exempt. And you know, it might actually end up raising awareness for this particular medical exemption, and people surely need to be aware of it, don't they? No, Patrick, stupidity is not a medical exemption.
Plus, I ain't wore one since it started. I ain't gonna start wearing one now.
Who cares if you've worn a mask before? Just put on a mask now.
Huh? Oh no, I'm buying this. I got money for it.
So I'm pretty sure you're not actually supposed to open things before you pay for them because you don't own that.
That's fine, but you have to have a mask to be certain here.
Okay.
Why do I need a mask?
Because it's mandated.
That's not the law.
So on New Year's, I went to a club and one of the people that I was with wasn't allowed into the club because they didn't have a collar. Why did I not just think to go, well, the law doesn't say that you have to wear a collar? My point here is that just because it's not in the law doesn't mean that businesses can't kick you out if you're not wearing particular things, because businesses do have a right to refuse service on basis of what you're wearing.
If I put a mandate saying you can pickpocket everybody on Fridays, does that mean it's the law?
So from what I can tell, there's barely any difference between a mandate and a law, and they can both be enforced by the police. So just because something isn't a law, that doesn't mean that you don't have to follow it.
Order that's allowing me to kick out any mask relief now.
Well, I'd like to pay for it.
So I feel like what he's doing by drinking it before he's paid for it is the store now has two options. Either option A, they make him pay for it, in which case he gets to buy the drink, or B, they don't make him pay for it, in which case he's already had some of the drink, so he doesn't have to pay.
I have an executive order that's telling me that I can kick out anyone from the store if they're not wearing
I
a mask.
don't think you're big enough to kick me out, first of all. Oh, no, I don't think so. No, both of y'all are not big enough to kick me out.
If I were you, I wouldn't be worried about those guys. I'd be worried about the police showing up and arresting you.
I just don't think you understand what I've been through today. It's been a long, cold day. I just want my drink and go home.
Boo fucking who. You still have to wear a mask, mate.
I'll just take my money.
Well, then call the police. I'll wait here. The longer I wait here, then the more chance of me coughing or sneezing.
Well, you've been breathing everywhere anyway, so if you do have COVID, then you're already a risk to everyone in there just by breathing.
I'm medically exempt. I have a medical condition. You're discriminating against me, saying I can't buy no tea.
So I did hear that right? He said, I have a medical condition, you are discriminating against me, saying I can't buy no tea. So firstly, I'm pretty sure there's a couple of syllables missing there. And secondly, that was a double negative. Although, to be fair, a "you are discriminating against me" t-shirt would be pretty funny. Let me know if you want to see something like that in the comments.
So what if this was Food Line? I couldn't come in and buy no food, so I'm supposed to starve?
There's actually this amazing thing where you can get food delivered to your house by ordering it on the internet.
Because everybody's paranoid, you got your mask. In fact, you got your mask not even on your ear. You need to cover your ear, sir. You might get corona in your ear.
It's covering my mouth and my nose.
Well, you might need to cover your eyes, too. Corona might get in your eyes.
So this flat earth moron clearly doesn't understand what masks are actually for. Masks aren't to protect you. They're to protect other people. And as for coronavirus entering your body through your ears, I don't think he understands how coronavirus actually works, or how human anatomy actually works for that matter.
Dude, if you don't stand up, our grandchildren ain't gonna have no freedom. It's gonna be gone, dude.
So yet another double negative, but that aside, I don't think masks are taking away your freedom in any way. Being forced to wear a mask is very much like being forced to wear pants, or me being forced by my commenters to wear my
See,
we
you're
don't
lecturing
stand
me
up
about
and do it right
my
now.
inability to wear one, but
Excuse
you're not
me?
wearing one yourself.
Excuse me?
You're lecturing me about my inability to put mine over here. You're not even wearing one.
So I have to say, excellent point to the person working at the store, and I have seen the whole video, so that's not the only good point that he's gonna make.
Why would I? Why would I wear a mask? I haven't worn a mask since this bullshit started. Why would I start now? Because you asked me to?
Well, yeah, wanting to shop at a shop that requires you to wear a mask is a pretty good reason to wear a mask.
Are you a doctor? Or are you my mommy or daddy?
I'm not a doctor, but I've been told by many doctors to wear masks.
Oh, so you're a doctor now. You're telling me what's good and what's healthy for me.
But he literally just said that he isn't a doctor. Maybe you should stop wearing your mask in your ears because you're clearly not hearing what he's saying.
Because I've been advised by my doctors.
Oh, so how do you know my condition? Is your doctor got a crystal ball and he can
you
see my
remember the
condition?
example-
But you haven't even said what your condition is, so there's no evidence that you even have a condition in the first place. Well, apart from stupidity.
And he
If
can
you
see
were
my
medically exempt
condition?
from wearing a mask, you shouldn't be out to begin with.
Why? I can't. Oh, now I can't leave if I'm medically exempt.
Because you're
I have
more
to say-
viable to it.
So another good point by the person working there. If you are unable to wear a mask for whatever reason, then you should probably do your best to not go out in the first place. And one of the big reasons for this is because if you do get coronavirus, then that's probably going to fuck up your breathing far worse than what wearing a mask will. But one of the great alternatives that I've heard to wearing a mask for people that may have difficulties with breathing is to wear a face shield, because last I checked, face shields aren't going to make it difficult to breathe.
How is that? I ain't been sick since I was 23. You know how old I am, dog? I'm 41. I have not been sick.
Well, that's probably more heavily due to the fact that you haven't left your mum's basement in 18 years, rather than any other factor. But that aside, just because you haven't been sick for ages, that doesn't mean that you can't catch COVID, because that's not how diseases work.
The main issue.
So
is
you're the
not wearing
manager
masks.
here, right?
Oh no, Karen now wants to talk to the manager.
Not a manager here.
Well, what are you? What'd you say you was? You're somebody high up that you think you could throw people out? But I don't see that happening
I told
here.
my boss that if they're not wearing a mask, I can ask them to leave. And I'm asking.
Well,
them to
you
leave.
asked me. Doesn't mean I have to.
Well, actually, it does mean that you have to, because if you don't leave after you've been asked to leave multiple times, then you can be arrested.
You know what? Forget it. I'll get out your hair. I'll just go down to the next 7-Eleven where there ain't no freaking problem.
And guess what? The next 7-Eleven will probably kick you out as well.
I don't understand. Your mask don't work. Why are you scared that I ain't got a mask on?
Because masks do actually work. However, they're not designed to protect you. They're designed to protect other people.
Because you're supposed to be wearing one.
Supposed to be? What are you, fucking Dr. Daddy or something? What are you the government now? You know what's best for me?
Well, I think that it's very clear that the store has a policy that you have to wear a mask there. Much like the store probably has some kind of policy where you have to wear pants there. Just because you don't like that policy doesn't mean that you don't have to follow it.
Dude, you're paranoid over nothing.
Says the person who thinks that if we all wear masks, then all our freedoms will be gone within a generation.
You might want to keep that over your nose or else you're gonna die. You're killing my grandmother, for crying out loud. Cover your ear up. Put it over your eyes.
You're killing my brain cells.
And that is a brilliant response from the person working there, because yeah, this guy does kill a few brain cells if you have to listen to his nonsense. But anyway, I think that is a good place to end it, because I don't think that was Nathan Thompson, but for some reason it was on his channel. So, leave a like and subscribe if you liked that video. Make sure you hit the bell notification so that you actually get notified of when I post new videos. As always, a big shout out to my $20 or more patrons. What Jesus, Hugh Jarsz, M.C.Nutkin, Jane Spade, Wolfie, Morrie, the Friendly Antinatalist, Graymore Ghost, and KidVicious. If you want to support me financially, you can do so on Patreon. There should be a link right there. But anyway, I will see you in the next video. Between you and me, Thank you for watching.